Hey guys, today I took a trip to Barnes& and Noble and Half Price Books. I was in the mood to go book shopping and I really enjoyed the trips, both trips. I picked up some really nice stuff that I have here to share with you. So I'm gonna get set up to share it with you. I'm gonna sit right here on the floor and share this with you today because I'm doing artwork on my kitchen counter. So I'll just sit and we'll look through this right here on this carpet. I showed this same artwork in one of my other videos, but today I just pulled the book out and went ahead and finished it. And then on this page, I want to do a scene that's kind of gonna tie into this scene here. And then I have some other stuff that I want to work on in here, but I didn't feel like moving all of this, so we're gonna do this book haul right here on this carpet. Also, once I'm done going through the bags, I may share some of the stuff that I have over here on this wall. Things are lined up on the wall because I just moved into my apartment and my furniture has not arrived from my storage in Louisiana yet. So this serves as right now my book space and my art space. So I'm trying to decide what I'm gonna show first, the half price books or the Barnes and Noble. I guess since the half price books are not in the bag, I'll show them first. So I have a copy of Les Miserables here, and for this one I paid $4.99 for. And this is not the only copy of Les Miserables that I have. I'm going to show the other copies that I do have. I have Phantom of the Opera here, which is another copy of Phantom of the Opera that I'm adding to my library. And that was $9.99. And this one, I'm excited about this purchase. The complete works of Sherlock Holmes. And it was $9.99 and it's illustrated. So I really like this one with the gold foil edges. Okay, so here in the Barnes and Noble bag, first one we have is American Affairs, and it's like a historical anthology, and I love getting these because these are very informative books. The only thing I didn't like about this one is I noticed the pages are now white when the pages used to kind of tie into the same color as the cover. This is the spring 22 one, and this is the one I have from fall of last year. And when I say about the pages being white now, this is what the pages used to look like. So and I also, this is not from this haul either, but I also get one called National Affairs, and they both give different stories on things that's going on in and out of the country. This one is a short story. It's like a short story kind of bookazine, and this one is Zoe Throb All Story. This was actually my first time seeing this one, but the visuals on it, there's beautiful visuals in here, nice stories, nice poems, so I had to pick this one up. And I had another magazine style book. Okay, here we go. And this one is Gulf Coast, and it's a journal of literature and fine arts, which is kind of like another bookazine style book with different stories, pictures, and I didn't notice the color pictures in this one until I got home because I hadn't really flipped through it that much in the store. And we also have, and I love the feeling on this one. This is the complete first edition, the original folk and fairy tales of the Brothers Grimm. The cover of it is that, how do you describe this? It's that almost leathery feel. It's not leather, but it has that leathery feel to it. It has the book flap on the inside, and it's the complete work edition, and this one is also illustrated. Wait, I haven't. Well, I'm flipping so fast, but there's illustrations in this one as well. And I have a few nice ones in here. So here we have the 50th anniversary edition of The Lord of the Rings, and this has all 3 works in the book. There's the Fellowship of the Ring, the Two Towers, and the Return of the King. Everything is in here. Gotta wait to pull this one out. Everything is in there, and with the addition of, I should have bookmarked this. Okay, so you see there's the Fellowship of the Ring here. The Two Towers, the Return of the King, and then there's so much other context that's included in this book as well. I think there's a long preface in here. So this book is really, really, really thick. Let me see how many pages. Maps at the back, and it is 1,178 pages of content. And this also has that smooth, almost like suede feel to it. This one, I was excited about this one. This is another J.R.R. Tolkien set, and this is The Lord of the Rings as well, but it's the 4 books. It includes The Hobbit, The Fellowship of the Ring, The Two Towers, and The Return of the King. And this is a mini book set. This is a little mini book. So I'm gonna pause to open the plastic on this. Before I tear the plastic off, I'll show. This set was actually $59.99. I think this one was $36. This one was $36. So I'm gonna open the plastic on this one because I don't know what they look like on the inside. So here they are open. The casing on here has that leather feel to it, and they all have the leather feeling covers. They're soft covered books, mini books, and let's see. And let's go through this together for the first time. See what it looks like. Okay, opens up to a map here, and tiny print. But it's nice. I'm gonna do a little comparative reading. Sometimes when I have books in different prints, but it's the same book, I'll go through each one. I'll open this one and this one to the same chapter and read just to see if the wording is the same. But these are the ones I'll be able to like just throw in my bag and take with me if I want to read. I'm already familiar with these stories, but you can never get too much of it's like watching a movie over and over. You just refresh your memory on stuff you really like. Okay, and lastly from Barnes and Noble, I have here the Game of Thrones, and I saw this one. This one was a $6 book, and it caught my attention because it's another little mini leather-bound, soft-cover styled novel. So I'm gonna open this one. I'll pause a second to open this one. Okay, so I've gotten this one open. It has this little removable insert that was in there, which normally I'll use stuff like this as bookmarks. You don't always have to buy bookmarks. You can invent bookmarks off of stuff you already have. And the feel of it is really, really nice. So let's go through it together. These pages feel a little thinner than the Lord of the Rings, but nice. And I'm gonna enjoy reading this too. Oh, this just a plain white card that was in there. Okay, and the inside flaps are gray. So this is really nice. I like this one as well. Looks like they have another one like that at the back. Yep, they do. Probably just to stabilize the covers because it's really soft. But this is, I love stuff like this. When I was a kid, I used to love, my favorite books were like little miniature style books. So these caught my attention, and this was the only set like this on the shelf. So I was not leaving that in Barnes & Noble today. Before I get up to show some of my books in the corner, since this one was over here right next to me, this is another bookazine style book that I picked up. And I want to say I picked this one up maybe at the beginning of the year, either the beginning or the very end of the year last year. And I think this is like actually the first copy of this book that was ever printed, because I had never seen any. This was my first time ever seeing this. And oh, I have art papers in here. Art is my life. And there's stories and poems, and and pictures. I just love books like this. Okay, I'm gonna see how much of this I can get through. This over here we have a few more of my leather bound, and this is only the stuff I have with me. This does not compare to what I have in storage, but the stuff that I have with me, and most of these, to be totally honest, most of them, the majority of them, I have bought since I moved. A few of them came with me from Louisiana, but most of these books here I have purchased since moving here. So this, I love these. These are the Harry Potter by what's the illustrator's name? Let me see, it should be in here. Manila, I can't think of her entire name, but what I love about these, they are, of course, they're illustrated, and there's all kind of little, I have to do all this one-handed. These are interactive pop-ups and things that go along with the part of the story you're reading. So I have the Harry Potter illustrated books in my storage, but I saw these and I don't know how I had never seen these before, and I just had to I started collecting these too, but I think this is the only two that's out. I haven't noticed like any of the other ones out yet. And this is of course, this is Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. This is Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets. And they both are interactive books. This is hard to do one-handed. If I had two hands, I could show it to you better. I don't think I'm going to do a very good job at this. Well, you get the idea. I can't fight with it. You get the idea. And then we have here Huckleberry Finn. I actually found this one at a thrift bookstore. So I got this one for like half price, I think. I want to say it was half price when I picked this one up. So this is some of the Mark Twain stories. This is another copy of The Phantom of the Opera that I have that I'm very proud to own. This is the other copy of Les Miserables that I have. And this is not the only copies of both of these that I have. I have more of those. So here, these are some of the books that I am most proud to own. My old, worn out, these were lucky finds. I have The Plays of Oscar Wilde here. Love this book. This one is Leo Tolstoy. And some of them I read them, but I try to be very careful with them because I don't want to put any more wear and tear on them than they already have. So I would like to find a different copy of each one of these instead of constantly pulling on these to fully read through them. I have Tibetan Plays here, Dead Souls. This one is what? The Complete Short Stories of D.H. Lawrence. This one I'm not very familiar with, but it seemed interesting. I picked that one up. I have The Catcher in the Rye. Tolstoy's War and Peace. I have this one is Las Liaisons Dangereuses by Chardolas de Lacos, and that's basically Dangerous Liaisons, and it's a book of letters. This one is The Letters of Vincent van Gogh, one of my favorite artists. We have here the Letters of Vincent van Gogh, Les Miserables again by Victor Hugo, Uncle Tom's Cabin, The Scarlet Letter, a very old copy of The Scarlet Letter, The Odyssey. We have here The Diary of Anne Frank, some chalkboard books, The Wizard of Oz and Peter Pan. That's the chalkboard covered editions by Penguin. The World in 2000 AD. We have Pride and Prejudice. Found this book at Ollie's for maybe like $3.99. Utopia, The Jungle, A Tale of Two Cities, Fatal Family Circus, The House of Hollow here, Clockwork Princess, which I have the Clockwork Prince and the Clockwork Angel in storage. A book on mythology. I have the American aircrafts of World War II. This is my favorite copy of The Phantom of the Opera because this one have really nice illustrations. Now this book did come with me from home because I love this book. I keep it I was not leaving this one, putting this one in storage. So this one came with me from home. I have Lives of the Writers. And then this stack I've shown in most of the, yeah, just about all of these I've shown in my Ollie's haul. So that's books that you've seen in the Ollie's haul. These are books that I've shown in my Ollie's haul. This is another copy, and this is actually one of two that I have like this, of the Phantom of the Opera. I have this is Leonardo da Vinci. This one is the yellow wallpaper, and I actually have there's a whole collection of these books. They come in a big old casing, and it might be like 50 of them, but that is in storage. I just have these two, which I bought separately, but my casing of the books, the whole set, is in storage. Dark Days by James Baldwin, December 7th, 1941. I'm moving around so much I'm getting winded. Soldier Stories. Just showed this in one of my hauls. The Exonerated. This one was shown in one of my latest hauls. Have the Book of Negroes here. And then I'm trying to get over to this corner. My canvas in the way. A Confederacy of Dunces, Pearl Harbor. That's just a stack of my journals there. And then over here in the far corner we have She Reads Truth, Study Bible, He Reads Truth, and Genesis. This breaks down the entire book of Genesis. So that is all I have to share today, guys. I hope you enjoyed the haul and the tour of the library, my small library that I do have with me right now. Once I get my books in from storage and get my bookshelf set up, I will probably do a tour of a lot of the books that I do have in storage. But I hope you did enjoy what I shared with you all today. And until next time, thanks for watching.